Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about my May favorites. It's June already, I can't believe that. I feel like May went by super fast, but I also feel like I say the same thing every month. So I have all of my favorites from the month, some new products that I tried, some new launches. I feel like May was a really good month for me makeup wise, but I also have some skincare and miscellaneous stuff. So let's just go ahead and get started. It's very hot in here, I'm sweating. I don't think this is helping. Give this video a thumbs up to cool me down. Let's get started with base products first. So I want to start with my favorite SPF lately, which has been the Say Beauty Sun Visor. Now this is just like the regular sunscreen formula. I do also have the tinted sun visor. This is actually called their slip cover. I don't like this one as much. I just like a clearer sunscreen. This still does have a little bit of a tint to it. It's almost purpley in a way. Here's what it looks like on my hand. It's like a peachy purpley tint. I love this. It feels like a serum almost. It's the most lightweight mineral sunscreen I've ever tried, and it's really the only one I can get myself to use daily under makeup because it looks really good under makeup. I find a lot of mineral sunscreens can look thick and cakey and just like not look good at all and sort of ruin how your foundation looks. But all the foundations I've tried on top of this lay really beautifully. This sinks in nicely. I can use a lot of product and I don't feel like I'm just like caked in sunscreen. I believe this formula unfortunately does not work for deeper skin tones though, so keep that in mind. But I have been using this religiously and I love it. Clearly it's on the outs. I need to pull out my backup that I have. For foundations, you're probably going to be very surprised at what I'm going to talk about. First is one, I feel like this product needs to come with a disclaimer, but it's the Westman Atelier. This is the Vital Skin foundation stick. I believe this is around $70, which is completely ridiculous for a foundation. It's definitely a luxury foundation. Now, I didn't love this the first time that I tried it, and also cream foundations in general have just notoriously not been my favorite. I don't really call myself a cream product lover, but this is the shade 3, I believe, or 4. I think it's 4, which is a little bit deep. I actually have it on today though. When I have a tan on, it does blend in really nicely. The reason I love this is how it melts into the skin and it just like becomes one with your skin. It is very dewy. It's almost borderline oily, so I definitely need to set it. It's not the most long lasting, but it just looks so skin-like, which is why I've been reaching for it lately if I want that type of really glowy, seamless, like lighter coverage foundation look. I totally don't think you need to spend $70 on this. There's definitely better cream foundations out there for not 70 bucks. But I wanted to mention it because I have been using it lately, but yeah. Since I have been on a cream foundation kick, I've also been enjoying the Merit Beauty foundation stick. I think this is just called their complexion stick. I didn't like this one at first either, just like with the Westman Atelier one, just because it's not a foundation I would use every day. I've been using this actually with the Westman Atelier one. This I sort of use it more as a like highlight shade because it is a bit lighter. I do have a full face of Merit on my channel if you're curious, but this is the shade Cream, which I think is a little bit of a better match. I really like the ease of use for both of these formulas. I can really just swipe them on, you can leave them on your face, and they really warm up to your skin and just melt in. I think just really beautiful. For concealers, I have 3 that I've been liking, 1 that hasn't been my favorite. I'll just start with that. This isn't a hits and misses, it's just a favorites because there wasn't a ton of misses for me this month, but this was one of them. It's the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I decided to try this after hearing really good things about it. It sort of has that big tube and doe foot, just like the Tarte Shape Tape. I didn't mind this concealer. I think it gives good coverage. For me, it was just too creasy, which made it disappointing, and that's why I'm not going to continue to reach for it. So I wouldn't recommend this if you have problems with creasing. If you don't, I think it's a really nice concealer though, and if you just want to use it on your face, it does have a really nice amount of coverage, and I think it's high quality for a drugstore formula, but it's still a miss. I know I said good things about it, but not for me. Now the 2 concealers I've been loving, first is like a love rediscovery, the Tarte Shape Tape. Mine is like disgusting, I need a new one. Use the shade Fair. This is just, I mean, if you need a full coverage concealer, this is it. It is a bit more of a matte formula, which I personally like. This is the best concealer for my under eyes. It does not crease on me. It looks really smooth despite being a heavier, more full coverage formula. I feel like it really depends on on your skin type if you would like this or not. I mean, if you've tried it before and you didn't like it, I don't think try it again. It didn't really change. It's still the same exact formula, although they do have a creamy version, but this one's still my favorite. I need to repurchase it soon. It's just a classic to me. For blemishes, I've been enjoying the Kosas Revealer. This is another concealer I don't like under the eyes. It gets really creasy. If you have drier skin, you might like it for under the eyes, but I just really enjoy how this blends into the skin. I will just use a little dot like that and then really like press it into my skin. This is really nourishing and hydrating, so when you have blemishes that have sort of dry skin around them, it doesn't cling to that and it looks really natural. And another concealer I've been loving for blemishes or spot concealing in general is the Richwell Day Fee, the Ethereal Veil. This one's in the shade Galeta. Oh, I just broke this. I hope that doesn't break. Okay, I just broke like the back of it, which happened to one of my other ones and I couldn't close it. Why? Why do you need to do that? Anyway, this is a creamy like pot concealer. It's definitely thicker. I kind of just put it on my blemishes, work it in. I know it doesn't match me. It's because I have no tan on right now, but it has almost this silky matte finish to it, which looks really pretty. Again, it's not one that I find clings to blemishes or dry spots. It just works really well. My favorite powder of the month has been the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Translucent Powder. This is one I don't use under my eyes, but just for all over my face. They do also have tinted versions, but I've just been liking the translucent one. I just use a big fluffy brush. It sets my face. It's not drying, it's not glowy. It's just the perfect in-between powder formula. For the price, you really can't beat this if you want a pressed powder. Definitely try this out. I think it's really smoothing and it looks really pretty on the skin. So I bought 2 new blushes this month and both ended up being my favorites. First is the Bare Minerals Blonzer in the shade Kiss of Pink. This is like a blush bronzer hybrid. I have it on today. I really love this formula because it just blends into the skin really beautifully. The shade is really natural looking. It has the perfect amount of shimmer where it like gives you a glow without being a cream like it gives you the look of a cream formula without being a cream formula. Really beautiful. I think the packaging feels like a little bit cheap. That's kind of the one thing I would change about this. But other than that, it's super smooth. It blends beautifully. Really couldn't ask for anything better in terms of a blush. So this was a home run. And I also picked up the Say Beauty. These are their Dew Blush in the shade Peachy, which I believe are sold out in Sephora again. Just keep an eye out in case they come back in stock. So this is like a serum-y gel type of blush formula. Not super dewy, but I think the reason this one's my favorite is the shade is really unique. This really light, sort of bright peachy shade. Beautiful for fair skin. If you have a skin tone similar to mine, I feel like this just really makes my face pop in a nice way. You do also have a couple other shades depending on what your favorite blush shade is, but this one is just it's really pretty. So I did want to mention the Victoria Beckham bronzer as my favorite bronzer of the month, but I do have a bit of an issue with this packaging. It literally will not stay shut. I did message their customer service. Hopefully I can get a replacement. But yeah, when I first did receive the compact, I noticed it was uneven and now it's kind of stopped shutting really at all. So I've kind of just had to like keep it in my drawer. But I love the formula of this. I love the tone of it. I have it on my face now. I also tried it on in its own separate video. If you want to watch that, I'll put it up in the info card. She's so pretty, definitely luxurious, but I like how you get 2 shades. I think they really did a good job at nailing a shade for fair skin. It really works for me and my undertones. So I'm really excited about this. Just a shame about the packaging. My favorite highlight is a new launch from Jane Iredale, which is a brand I haven't used in the longest time. I actually used to use their BB Glow Time thing that was like a BB cream, but it was actually really full coverage. It's like one of my first cleaner foundations I used. But this is actually called their Glow Time Highlighter Stick. This one's in the shade Solstice. So they came out with highlighter sticks and blush sticks. Now this one has been my favorite because the shade is so pretty. It's not even like showing up on camera, but it almost has like a white base. It has this peachy pink reflect, but it also has gold in it. I feel like this is just such a unique shade. I have it on my cheekbones today. It's really flattering. I think it would be good for both cool and warm skin tones because it has both cool and warm tones within it. Like you get that peachy glow, which I feel is really nice for fair skin. Then you also have that golden undertone if you have warmer skin that really work. I think that's why it works very well for me too. The formula is almost like it's not a very glowy formula. It's like a dry, not dry, it's just like a satin matte, more silicone-y feeling blush stick, so it sits really nicely and it's not sticky, so your hair is not going to stick on it or anything. Next for lips, a lot of lip loves for May. First is a lip liner from Persona. This is the shade Almond. This is just a really pretty muted like brown rose shade. It actually matches my lips right now even though I do not have this lip liner on. It's just really smooth. It goes on nicely. I think the shade is beautiful and I was just really excited to try some new products from Persona. So I've been using this one a ton. Really with any lipstick, I feel like it goes with basically everything. The lip balm I really like is the Nude Sticks Nude Skin Hydropeptide Lip Butter with Shea and Avocado. This has hydropeptides in it. I don't really know what that does, but it just has a really nice, it has like a vanilla-y peppermint scent, which I love. I like the thickness of it. It's not super thin, so it doesn't wear off your lips. It stays on really moisturizing. I don't feel like I have to keep reapplying it. Like this really does help a ton when I feel like my lips need something truly moisturizing and nourishing. Pop this on before I do my makeup. By the time I put lipstick on, my lips are smooth and ready to go. So I've been reaching for this one a lot. For lipstick favorites, these are also new products to me in May. First is the Charlotte Tilbury Nude Romance. This is the Kissing Lipstick formula, which I have not tried before, but it's the limited edition case, which is also refillable. So as I mentioned, the shade is Nude Romance. It actually goes really well with that Persona lip liner. I wasn't sure about the shade because it's a bit of a deeper peachy, more pink, but it's like more peachy than anything nude. And I usually go with very light pink tone nudes and I wasn't sure how this was gonna look on me. But when I am wearing warm tones on my eyes, I think it looks so pretty. It's really unique. The formula is extremely comfortable, but also highly pigmented. So I've been reaching for this one a ton. I'm glad I picked it up because it's definitely unique. I don't think I have anything else in my lipstick collection that is quite like this formula and this shade. And then my other favorite is another product from Victoria Beckham, the Posh lipstick, more specifically the shade Spice. If you saw my most recent Victoria Beckham video, you probably saw me apply this along with the other new shade I picked up, but this one has just reigned supreme as my favorite. So I fell in love with this lipstick when I picked up the shade Girl, which I carry in my bag. It's more of a pink version of this, but this is the shade Spice. It was again a shade I wasn't sure was gonna work with me because it is warmer, it is a bit lighter, but I have this on today and it is so pretty. I feel like it goes with so many things and I just don't have a shade like this in my collection where it is a warmer nude. So like when I have a makeup today, like it's warm eyes and I want something warm on the lips, this is exactly what I go for because all of my other lipsticks are kind of on that pink territory and sometimes that clashes with what I'm going for. This one is just so pretty and the formulas are amazing. If you haven't heard me talk about the formulas, they're moisturizing, they sit really comfortably. This is more of like a sheer lipstick. You can really build it up and it just wears really well. It's super natural looking. For glosses, I love the NYX. This is Milky Gloss. My favorite shade is definitely the Cookies and Milk, but I've also been having fun with the Milk It Pink shade. I'll go ahead and swatch both of these. I actually mentioned this in my drugstore video. This shade I love. It's a really muted beige color. I don't have any glosses that are even somewhat similar to this shade and they're super creamy. I have a neck itch. And they're super creamy. They do not feel sticky, but they're like a bit thicker than the Tower 28 glosses per se. So they stay a little bit longer, but you're not gonna get like an uncomfortable stickiness. And it just looks beautiful and plumping on the lips. Swatch this one. Here's the pink shade. If you're looking at the shades online, they do look a little bit bright, but these are really sheer formulas. I also have the light peach one. That one's in my bag at the moment, but these are just beautiful. I would recommend the Cookies and Milk though if you think you'd like a shade like that because it's the one that made me fall in love with this formula and I think it's so unique. I kind of want to put it on right now. They do have a light scent, but it's not overwhelming at all. It's not like a super sweet scent or anything. Kind of like strawberry milk is how I would describe it. But it's just amazing, beautiful formula, drugstore price. Can't get better than that. Lastly, I have 4 skincare products. Let's start with my favorite serum. This is the new Youth to the People Vitamin C Clean Caffeine Energy Serum. It's brighten, firm, and depuff. As you can tell, I don't know if you can see through the bottle. I'm almost empty with this. This smells like a ginger kombucha. It smells really good. If you like the smell of ginger, you love it. If you don't, you're probably gonna absolutely hate the smell because it's very strongly ginger smelling, but not like artificial. It's like actually smells like fresh ginger. This is a vitamin C serum and one of the only vitamin C serums I could get myself to use regularly because it doesn't pill with products. It just has the perfect consistency. It really sinks in, and I feel like I do notice an immediate sort of like depuffing, like tightening, almost firming effect from this, but it's not drying. And not only that, but it's really effective. I've actually seen results in the darkness, the acne scarring around my chin, which is very rare. I feel like I don't often see results that quickly with vitamin C serums. So this I need to repurchase ASAP because I don't think I can live without this again. It's so good, so effective. Usually people just kills it with their skincare products. They're effective, they have good ingredients, they smell good. What else could you want, you know? And then another serum is one from Alpine Beauty. This is new to me, the Plant Genius Survival Serum. So this is a brightening serum and an illuminating primer in one. I would describe this almost like a very light moisturizer, and it has the finest amount of pearl in it. So as they mentioned, it is an illuminating primer. I really like that about this because it leaves a super pretty glow, but it's not noticeable at all. Like, it doesn't look like you have shimmer on your face. Sort of similar to how like the Say Beauty, the glowy gel looks. It's just really natural and glowy looking. So I really like how this is like a 2-in-1 product. It does feel like more of a moisturizer than a serum to me. It smells really nice and light, just super pretty for under makeup. I've been using this just in the morning, either solely as my moisturizer or I'll top it with something else depending on how my skin is feeling. For my nighttime moisturizer, this new product from Kinship, it's called their Kinskin Oat Ceramide Relief Oil, has been amazing. This is like a drier oil, but it's also pretty thick. Strawberry, peach, it smells like a little bit fruity. I just love the texture of this. I kind of fell off the bandwagon of oils. I wasn't really enjoying them, but now, I don't know, for some reason in summer I really love oils. I think it's because the change of season, my skin actually gets dry in summer. It just gets like dehydrated. So to help balance that, I like using an oil. I will just use this at night, whether it's on its own or mixed in with another product. Really soothing and calming. Lately, I've been treating my skin basically how it is. Like, I have sensitive skin, but I've not always treated my skin or used products for sensitive skin. But I've stopped using almost all of my exfoliating serums. I've just been exfoliating with a gentle chemical exfoliant just in my cleanser every couple days. And I feel like my skin is liking that way more. I feel like I have a lot less breakouts. I've just been focusing on more moisturizing products and oils just to rebalance my skin. And I don't know why I haven't tried this sooner, because it's definitely working a lot better than using a bunch of actives and trying to like correct everything instead of just like keeping balance. It's just working a lot better. Lastly is a body product from Josie Moran. I kind of have a funny story about this. It's their Whipped Argan Pro Retinol Body Butter to Smooth and Firm. So I've just had this at my bedside for probably the past like couple months, and I don't even use this consistently, maybe just like a couple times a week I remember to put this on. I really like the texture of it. It smells like a light strawberry. I feel like I've been saying everything smells like strawberries. I feel like this really does though. Anyway, I was using this and then I was feeling the tops of my arms where I usually have KP, and I was like, why are my arms so smooth? Like, I haven't changed anything. And then I realized I was using this and it has the retinol in it. So this really did smooth my skin, surprisingly. I was like totally not expecting that from a body butter. So now I'm in love with it and I've been using it a lot more frequently. So if you do have bumpy skin anywhere on your body, I would recommend picking this up and giving it a go, along with some physical exfoliation. It's just been working really well for my skin. So that was it for my May favorites. I'd love to hear in the comments below what's one product you really enjoyed in the month of May, or maybe earlier than that. Just one product that sort of really stuck out to you and is something you're using frequently and really enjoying. I would absolutely love to hear. And I think that would be a really fun comment section conversation, because we could all learn about new good products. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and I will see you in my next video. Bye.